If you're diagnosed with a disease that, you hear so much that it's the end. Nothing is the end. You have control over your disease. You should take charge and try everything possible, whatever it takes, to see if you can get relief. I'm not saying cure because my cancer, they can't operate. I'm gonna have cancer. But to make it feel that it's not the end, that you still have a life and you still want to fight. Mm-hmm. You have to fight, because if you give up, you're done.
Welcome to the Miracle Academy. This is your host, Scotty Cooper, and this is where miracles are expected. Welcome to the Miracle Academy podcast. I'm your host, Scotty Cooper. Today, I have Alexis with me on the podcast. She is just a joy to have in the practice at Cooperstown. We all love when you come in and just we love you and we love having you here.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I'm just a regular clown.
It was funny because we were talking with the doctors about what people do we just enjoy, just every time they come in, that we have fun and we just enjoy life and it's so genuine. And you came up, so I was like, okay, I've got to have you on the podcast.
Well, thank you very much.
Yeah, of course.
Of course, I asked you, what kind of questions are you going to ask me?
Yeah.
And you said, wing it.
Yeah, so the question I have for you too is just your journey and kind of telling people what you were diagnosed with, how that made you feel, kind of where you're at now.
Well, I was diagnosed on 3rd week of December, and I was getting ready for my 50th anniversary. Mm-hmm. I knew something was wrong. I was losing weight. I knew something was happening. So I went to the doctor, and of course, I had a colonoscopy. And the colonoscopy didn't show anything on my, report. And after that, I got symptoms. Mm-hmm. I started getting a lot of gas. Mm-hmm. And I started complaining to the doctors, but they said, take probiotics, do this, do that. And I did, and it helped for a little bit, but I still had the symptoms. Mm-hmm. So then one day I woke up, I wasn't feeling good, I was getting pain. I went to urgent care. They sent me to emergency, and at that moment they said, you have cancer. On my 50th anniversary that I'm getting ready for a big party, I invited 100 people, and my sister was there at the hospital with me. The doctor told me, I knew I had cancer. Mm-hmm. You know how you know your body? I knew it. So I was not shocked, but just, okay. Well, I'm not going to ruin my 50th anniversary. So I told my sister, do not tell anyone. Mm-hmm. This is between you and I. I'm not going to have people feeling sorry for me. We're going to have a party. All right, so we did. We had the party. It was great. I walked to the parking lot and I said, oh my God, I didn't know I knew that many people. The parking lot was full with cars and we had a ball. It was at the clubhouse where I live. Mm-hmm. And it was wonderful. I told my husband 2 weeks later, about a week and a half later, because I just didn't want to upset him. I knew he would be worried about me and everything. So I wanted to get my ducks in order to know what am I going to do first before I told him. Mm-hmm. So I had a plan. So my plan was, of course, to go through chemotherapy. That almost killed me. Mm-hmm. I had to go for 6 treatments. After the 4th treatment, I stopped because I lost 30 pounds. Wow. I walked in to the chemo and they wheeled me out in a wheelchair when I was going in and out of it. Mm-hmm. My 3 sisters intervened. They cursed out my husband. How could you let her lose so much weight? And we stopped the chemo. I went home. I got care. They came every other day, and I started getting off the chemo, and I started feeling better. They teach me how to do the exercise because at this point my whole body deteriorated. After that, there's a dear friend that I have. Her name is Ethel, and
I love Ethel, by the way.
she always talked about Cooperstown, how it helped her with her breast cancer. And I always asked her, give me his name and everything, because when I need him, I want to go. So I called her up one day and I said, Ethel, could you please do me a favor and call Dr. Cooper and see if I can see him, because I'm ready, And so meanwhile, in between there, I changed insurance. I went to the City of Hope and went for 3 times a week for dehydration my whole summer was gone. Yeah, I told the doctor, you want me to come here 3 times a week? My summer's shot. Here I am like this, but I'm thinking summer's there. So went through the City of Hope, and I said, the City of Hope and all these other places that you go to treat the symptom, but they don't treat the person. They don't treat the mind, the way you're feeling, your spirit, everything that goes on. I need more. I need to find more. So that's when I went to Dr. Cooper. Ethel hooked me up. And I've been coming here since March. And every time I come here and I get adjusted, I feel like a new person. I even tell my husband, oh my God, I feel so good. oh, I can walk again. My back, the tightness that I have, that cracking just helps me,
Yeah.
I love it. And of course, the nutrition that I'm taking, I believe that that's really helping me with my pancreatic cancer. I feel that something is happening in there. I can like visualize it and say it's holding everything stable. Nothing is moving.
Yeah.
And it isn't, because I get CT scans and nothing is moving. So, I'm blessed that I have great friends, and, I come here and, I'm a happy person, no matter what. I don't like to, even if I'm not feeling good, I keep it to myself, because there's other people out there worse than me. And I like to bring a little laughter, a little joke here, a little dance there, to people.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Once you've kind of found us through Ethel, how has that changed your mindset with, you had this diagnosis. Now, how do you kind of see that?
Well, I see like the doors have opened. It's like the door was closed, and all of a sudden you open it and you have hope. Twice I told myself I'm going to die. So I told my son, do this, do that, do this. But then I said, who am I to say I'm going to die? Only God knows that. And God is telling me, you're not ready yet. You ain't going nowhere. So, I've had cancer. I've had touch of pneumonia. I have a COVID. I got the COVID. And I feel like, because I have this faith that I can fight this, and every day I pray. Thanks to my sister, she's here, and we pray at night, and and every night it's like, thank you, God, for this day, because each day is precious, and because of this disease, you look at things, life, as a gift. This is a gift, and each day, to me, I live it to the fullest. I have fun. I laugh. I get mad. I curse. But it's me. Nothing has changed except I have the cancer. But I do not dwell on it.
Yeah.
I don't let it consume me to take my life.
Yeah.
I'm in charge, not the cancer.
Yeah. That's awesome. I think your authenticity definitely shows. I mean, like I said, we love how fun you are, because that's a thing for us, is like, we have the things we do, but it all is centered around having fun and being in like a loving environment. And I feel like you add so much to that, and
Thank you.
We enjoy that.
Thank you. But I don't feel that because I've always been the class clown, you know, and I'm 70, I'm going to be 74 on May 8th in a couple of days. And my mother used to tell me when I was young, I was 8 years old, why don't you act your age? Well, I still don't act my age. I'm 74.
That's funny. That's funny. I was also going to tell you, too, I was going to tease you about, because you're a big Jets fan, right?
When you're a Jet all the way to your last cigarette, to your last dying day.
I haven't told you this, but one of our practice members, he just signed with the Giants.
Really?
Yeah. And so I'm gonna try to have him come in at the same time so you can tease him about it and you can sing him your Jets song.
Yeah. Well, right now, they have the draft and they're doing the draft, you know, for football.
Right.
So hopefully it'll be a good year.
Yeah, we're excited with they got a good quarterback, it looks like.
Yeah. We needed another Joe Namath, you know.
Yeah. Yeah, I like the guy they picked. I thought of you when I saw that. I was like, oh, she's gonna be excited. So that's cool. So what would you say to someone that maybe was diagnosed with something and they might be in shock? Maybe they didn't have to go to like a really exciting party that day, but what would you say to that person that, you know, how do you have the mindset that you have? Like, how would you communicate that to them?
Each person is different, you know, and how they handle things. But in general, I would say that if you're diagnosed with a disease that, you know, you hear so much that it's the end. Nothing is the end. You have control over your disease. You should take charge and try everything possible, whatever it takes, to see if you can get relief. I'm not saying cure because my cancer, they can't operate. I'm gonna have cancer. But to make it feel that it's not the end, that you still have a life and you still want to fight. You have to fight. Because if you give up, you're done. It's like if you don't move, you won't move. It's the same thing.
I think that's another kind of unique thing about this episode is a lot of people I've talked to are at the tail end. They've already had their miracle, where your whole journey is like a miracle.
It's continuing.
It's continuing, and you're still in that fight, but you live every day like it's already happened. You already have that gratitude of it, and you're praying for it every day like it's already happened.
Exactly. I look forward to things, you know, like I love fishing. You know, and I know I can't pick up the pole and get that trout that I want, but I want to go, you know, because if I catch it, hey, catch that fish for me.
I'll go with you. I will gladly do that. That would be fun. But I'm also super appreciative. You know, we had a practice member that was here that is battling a similar battle to you, and you were here and we mentioned it to you that this person was coming from far away to come see us, and you told me you said, call me and tell me when she's coming, I want to talk to her. I was like, wow, that's amazing, the fact that you care enough, someone you don't even know, and you're like, I just want to talk to her and kind of just encourage her, and I can't tell you how impactful that was for that woman.
Great.
And I think that just your loving heart, and that happened just yesterday, right? I think that was so impactful that you had that love for them. Yeah.
Actually, I gave her my number. I said, call me.
Wow.
She says, I want to paint something for you. So what do you like? I go, she says, well, I did a trout thing, a little postcard of trout for my husband. I said, make me a trout.
Awesome.
Yeah.
You have to send me a picture of that once you get that.
I will. So I told her, she said she was going to come back here to see Dr. Cooper in 6 weeks. So I said, please call me and I'll meet you there.
Wow. That's awesome. thank you so much for sharing. And I think your attitude, your just everything about you, we love. We love having you here. We love your spirit. And
I like coming here.
That's awesome. I think
I look forward to it.
like all the doctors talk about it. They just say just what a joy you are, and I think it rubs off on other people. And I think that it we can see why you're getting better is because the way you live your life.
Thank you.
So thank you so much for being on the podcast today.
Well, thank you so much for inviting me.
Of course.
Thank you.
We're gonna
And can I have a hug?
Absolutely.
Oh.
Thank you so much.
Oh.
So this was the Miracle Academy. This is Scotty Cooper, and this is Alexis. Thank you so much.
Bye.